So how do you stay 25 yards away when they're in your path?
We're back at Theodore Roosevelt National Park, aka Teddy Rosie. We went to the south unit of the park 2 years ago, but really wanted to explore more. So this year, we're starting our adventure in the north unit.
Our travel day started at 5 a.m. from the Twin Cities with a stop for gas in Fargo and Bismarck for supplies. Plus, we grabbed lunch in downtown Washburn at the Iceberg Chicken before stopping at the Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center. And it was really cool to stop where the expedition spent its first winter. It was $10 per adult and $5 per kid and included admission to a replica of Fort Mandan built in the 1970s just a few miles from the center.
Shout out to Sage!
Thanks for the informative tour. Let's time travel. Captains Meriwether Lewis and William Clark arrived here in North Dakota during October of 1804 and started constructing their fort in November. The fort and the relationship with the Mandan and Hidatsa tribes were crucial to surviving the brutal cold winter. It was here they met and hired a French-Canadian fur trader named Toussaint Charbonneau. Charbonneau's wife, Sacagawea, whose name means bird woman, gave birth to a son, Jean-Baptiste, at the fort in February of 1805. The Corps of Discovery departed the fort on April 7, 1805. William Clark nicknamed Jean-Baptiste Pomp and later named a landmark in Montana after the little boy, known today as Pompey's Pillar. There, Clark etched his name on the rock, and it is the only remaining visible physical evidence of the expedition on the trail itself.
We had a huge rock hit our window when we were driving. It was super loud. That's actually rough. When I touched it, I could feel the little things of glass. Yeah, adventures!
So this is the Riverbend Overlook. This really was like 0.1 miles.
Guys, wait!
The shelter over there was actually built in 1937. It's one of the few structures still standing here in Theodore Roosevelt National Park that was built way back then.
I like how wholesome I look.
From there, we hopped back on the scenic road, saw some bison along the way, and went to the end of the scenic road for the Oxbow, Overlook, and Sperati Point Trail. The trail map says this was a ranger favorite, especially in the spring and early summer because of all the wildflowers. And even though we were slightly past peak bloom, it was still a really pretty trek. We're also trying something new, where we got new water/hiking shoes. So far, so good.
I feel closer to the earth in them.
I'm glad he's wearing purple. If we had paid attention to the sign, we would have known that the first point we stumbled upon was Sperati Point, even though it was unmarked. But we ventured a little further just to be sure. This does remind me a little bit of some of the safaris we've been on in Africa. We are picking up the pace because some guy just passed us and said that there's a pretty large storm heading this way.
Got knuckles for 8!
We got these giant s'more marshmallows. And these wonderful Maria something or other. And Feastables. It's delicious.
I'm gonna go jump in there.
So in the North Unit, they have the Juniper Campground, which is first come, first serve, and this is the first time we've ever done that. We've usually had reservations.
Yeah, we've always had reservations about not having reservations.
What they said on the website is that even in the summer, it rarely fills up. Sometimes occasionally on weekends. We arrived on a Thursday night and there was plenty of open sites. So right now we are doing the Prairie Dog Town via the Buckhorn Trail.
Guys, there's no hurry. Take your time and look around at the beauty of nature.
We're venturing off course a little bit because there's a cave up here. Those dudes who go into the caves and wedge their way to find a path, I think they're kind of crazy.
I'm like that guy from Doom. It's a narrow path, but I will lead them to paradise.
When you get close up to them, you can see the droppings all around their little huts. So we're basically in
We
a
are
hamster
in
bed.
a hamster cage. Little Quinn and little Elliot.
There are 2 prairie dog towns in the North Unit. This is definitely the most accessible one.
So back by the campsite, we explored the Cannonball Concretions just across the road. They were super cool. Then we hiked the extremely short, my favorite kind of hike, Little Missouri Trail, and unexpectedly walked right through the center of some sort of church service. In our defense, the path goes right through that space. I'm pumped up for this hike. 4 miles, can't wait.
I find it hard to believe any word she's saying right now. You have your microphone backwards. Backwards.
Who's he whispering to? Why does he do that?
You have your microphone backwards.
So a lot of times we'll jump on like a trail like this with zero research. It's like, it's 4 miles and it's a loop. Let's do it. We have no idea, like, what's a coulee? What's everything here? What is this weird thing?
Someone just stuck a stick in poop.
So the first part of the trail, the nature trail, pretty easy.
What? You start going up almost right away. Then you go up more and more.
There's a little bit of up in the first part.
It's like they mix it. There's up and then you stop and up and then you stop. And now this is like up, up, up.
Really pretty. Wildflowers.
I'm beautiful.
Yes, but also the flowers. Yeah, so just when I thought we were at kind of the highest point, we're not. We've got more to go. Gotta get up there. So we've got 2 bison within 25 yards of the trail.
Okay, here's my question though. Would you go past those bison?
We have opted to stay on the road, maybe cross over. Yeah, so the Caprock Coulee loop leads back to the Riverbend Overlook, the one with the shelter. And now we walked to it, which everyone was super excited about.
Yeah, we walked to it because that makes sense after we were already here.
Jill says we can't rate the hike yet until the end, but this is like top tier for me. This is really cool.
I reserve my judgment for the end.
This is really cool. So they have like stairs built into this.
If you don't know, frequently to get downhill, you have to go up hill.
This is official. We're going down.
So I ran into a nemesis of mine, loose gravel and a slope. I fell down twice. There's like a sign in our Copenhagen video. If you haven't watched it, we make a joke about it looking like me because I fall down almost every trip we go on.
So what did we do when we weren't hiking? Football?
After dinner, before dinner, etc., etc. It's fun.
Treats?
Root beer, cherry, and cream. It is really good.
Basketball? Avoiding rattlesnakes? Reading?
Best place to read Zane Grey, right?
Relaxing in the tent? And a little laundry. Last night was like super windy and the weather completely changed. So like a couple days ago it was in the 80s. Here this morning, like and overnight it's in the 40s. I don't know, I think I'd rather have it chilly and cold at night rather than like super hot. What do you guys think? What are you guys doing?
I'm eating. Trying to eat the Pop-Tart on the cover.
Also, Elliot is starting a new trend. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this.
It's totally not just a hole in my sock.
What do you think? Do you guys think that this is gonna take off?
Sock of the summer.
After breakfast, we quickly packed up and drove to the South Unit. We got the same site as last time along the Little Missouri River. This day, we only had one short hike on the docket. We tried the old entrance station walk that has the Prairie Dog sign, but it's still under construction. Only this time they said no parking in that area, so there's no spot to actually stop and get out. So we're doing the Colvane Trail, which we haven't done here in the South Unit. Side note, there is a guide specifically for the Colvane Trail that walks you through the geology and landscape. If there aren't brochures at the trailhead, we recommend you download it online before you hike. Oh yeah, and watch out for the drop-offs, both unmarked. This was not the right way to go. This just ends. And marked. Okay, so we forgot Chutes and Ladders. This trip we've been playing 20 questions.
Is it a person?
Yes.
Are they real?
Yes.
Are they a sports player?
No.
Are they in a show?
No.
Are they male?
Yes, they are male.
Are they an adult?
9.
Do you know this person?
Yes.
Do you know them from school?
No.
Do they know you?
Yes.
Someone from church.
No.
Someone you still see?
Yes.
Someone you have been on a sports team with?
No.
Have you known this person over 5 years?
No.
A person you have hung out with?
Yes.
Have they been to our house?
No.
Does this person live inside of you?
Like me, Buttercup, eh? No.
We know the parents of this kid.
Indeed.
Do you mainly know them because of mom and dad?
Yes.
Do they live in Minnesota?
They don't.
Is it Micah?
Yes.
On 20. We are doing the big Plateau Loop. We're gonna do 5 miles with them way ahead of us. This is the river part. It's actually way lower than it was last time. Rocks below, but you can't even see your feet. So just take our time because you can't see any of the rocks. That was easy. Also, this is the spot where I went. It's tea time, boys. It's tea time, boys. We're gonna go right and then we come back around. The bison have been a little elusive out on the main areas, but on this hike you would go up to a plateau that is only accessible through hiking. And so far we've seen about a dozen just on the edge. Be interesting to see how many are up on the actual plateau. This is where they're all hiding. You can see the bison are way over there.
This is like Lord of the Rings vibe meets Sound of Music.
Looks like the bison are on our trail. Try to find a way around. Can we at least get up on the hill? Stay over here this way. So the trail comes right through the like watering hole. So we had to like cut up around and basically climb down this ridge to kind of keep our distance. That was fun.
So glad we hiked today. I'm so excited for this hike. Like, genuinely excited. Do you see it? That's the end.
On our final day, we packed up and stopped at the Painted Canyon Overlook on our way out.
And of course, on our way home, we grabbed breakfast.
The most overpriced fast food item on the face of the planet.
Coffee. And Bismarck's in Bismarck.
They're really good.
After returning to Theodore Roosevelt National Park this year, we can confidently say again, it's seriously underrated.
Every chance we get to do this with the boys is a treat for us. If you've been following us for these last few years, you can see how quickly time passes. So grab some adventure, cherish time together, and kiss the joy as it flies.
Okay, so when we arrived, it's first come, first serve, and you have to pay for the site by using this envelope. There's like nothing that talks about a credit card. So what I did is I put in my credit card information right in there. So then we went to the visitor center the next day and just double checked, and the ranger said, yeah, that's what all the blank space is for. So the blank space that every envelope on the face of the planet has, here at NPS was specifically designed to put credit card information.